Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Run Through, your favorite figure skating podcast where we talk about all the things that make us kiss, make us cry, make us go to Lake Placid, and then immediately upon arrival of home, leave for Europe if you are not an Olympic champion. But if you're also not an Olympic champion, two of us did go home. I am, of course, talking about not Olympic champion Sarah Hughes traveling immediately to Finland, and your other two favorite not Olympic champions, myself, Adam Rippon, and Ashley Wagner, traveling home. Not to Finland.
02554 is my current zip code.
Right.
It gives nothing away because the entire island is just one zip code.
Is it?
I believe that.
Tiny.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
small
just thinking maybe two
It
zip.
might, I think it might have like another one. I don't know. But
Okay.
Small island, big personality.
that's what they say. It's the tagline.
Same 5 numbers.
Wait, Sarah, we are still actually talking to you.
Abroad.
Boots on the ground, girl abroad.
Yes, that's true. I'm in Italy now. I'm at a gorgeous,
you're in Italy?
gorgeous lake, Como. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, whoa. Good for you.
Yeah. So I'm still in Europe just for a couple more days. So it is 6:23 p.m. and I have a glass of Italian rosé next to me. So I'm feeling great.
That's so nice.
Delicious.
I'm so happy that I went to this Grand Prix, you guys.
We're happy for you.
Mhm.
It was a good
so
one,
fun. Yeah, it was a great event, but also like we have a lot of Finnish listeners, and I got to
yes,
meet
we do.
a ton of them. Someone had a smokers' rights button that had already been shipped to them from Lake Placid.
What?
Wow.
In time. The button got there as fast as I did. And
that's amazing.
someone else like had also like been at our live shows in Lake Placid, so they were doing the same route as me of like
the famous Lake Placid to
Helsinki.
flight.
Of course. Yes. Yeah, so it was, I mean, it was lovely. I found out a lot of like gossip from our Finnish friends. I like really, it was great. Had a great time.
That's so
Arena
fun.
was great. Weather was off and on. It was a little rainy here and there, a little cold, but yeah. Good
That's
times.
Helsinki in November. What
can you say?
At one point, I missed a very small portion at the beginning of the men's free skate, talking to a couple of Finnish listeners who told me that they were going home later that night to have their second ice dance lore night with their group of friends. Or like they've already done their first one, where they watch our YouTube playlist of programs, and they were now about to do part 2 as a group.
That sounds like so much fun.
That's really fun. Actually,
I know,
that'd be fun
it's
for
like
us to do because we could like
skating
go through
book
and
club.
watch it all.
Yeah. Amazing.
Also, shout out to Sarah passing along this information, but we know that those of you who haven't been able to come to our live shows have been looking for buttons, and you want to buy buttons.
Know that.
And we are actively trying to find a solution for you all who really want a smokers' right button, but just singular, smokers' right.
Yeah, they're one right to smoke.
It's the right
one
button.
Thing.
They just want one right.
But
and it's
that
equality.
Being said, we're going to make sure we find a way for you guys to get your buttons. It'll happen.
It will happen. We're working on that. Yeah. So anyway, Finland was great. Helsinki was great. Huge shout out to Adam's husband, JP, who made sure that I did not starve with all of the recommendations that he gave me for restaurants and candy and all the other things that I did. So
he's a great guy in that way.
Mm-hmm.
He really is.
In that way.
In that one way.
In that singular way.
I sent him a message saying the sun is setting today at 3:30 p.m. with a crying emoji. And he said, well, too much sun is bad for you.
Yeah, it'll age you. He gets it. He does get it.
He does get it. He really does.
Do you have like any favorite moment from the competition? I guess before we kind of dive right in, is there like one thing that stands out where you're like, damn, I'm really glad that I was there for this thing?
I mean, I said this last week. Like I went. I mean, when I initially started planning this trip, I went because I really wanted to see Yuma's free skate in real life.
Mm-hmm.
He did not skate it perfectly, but the Ina Bauer on the height of the music was worth it.
Of course.
Period. It was worth it. It was
Right.
amazing.
I've
I like
nothing to
shed a
say to
tear.
that. Yeah. No, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Should we
Yeah.
dive right into Helsinki?
Yeah. Where should we start?
We should start with men.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I was just talking about Yuma, so we might as
Yes.
well.
It feels like
Right.
the natural progression.
It
yeah.
does. It
Mhm.
does.
It does. Yeah, so I feel like couple things that I will say about the men. You know, I said what I said about Yuma. This event was kind of a mess. Like Yuma did not do anywhere near a clean program and he won. And I
Mhm.
think it was correct that he won. So that just tells you everything about the other skates. But like I feel like I learned something about what I feel about Adam Xiao skating.
Okay. I'm
What did you
dying to know.
learn?
I think I learned that it's not my cup of tea.
I'm going to log out.
Yeah. Why? Defend
We've really
yourself.
congratulations, you guys. We made it to 102 episodes. I'm
And we're
quitting.
done.
That's
Is it
what
his
you learned?
skating or what happens when he skates?
I guess like I should say these particular programs with these choreography, like this choreography is like not for me.
Okay.
And I
That's
could see
fine.
how it would be for other people.
Yeah.
Like it's a style, it's a distinct style, just as all of them have.
Describe the distinct
Um,
style. Say
So
more.
Now,
the best way I can put
carefully.
it's a lot of arms moving, a
Mhm.
lot.
Well, he has them. What do
And
you want
it's
him to do?
Yes.
here's what I think. I don't know how much tennis you guys have ever watched,
Mhm.
but in like the height of men's tennis in the last like 20 years, there were like the big three, right? Rafael
Mhm.
Nadal, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, and then some people would put Andy Murray as like a fourth.
Mhm.
I think Adam's style is like watching Rafael Nadal play tennis, where you always can see how hard he is trying. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. It's
No, I
just a
hate that.
style, right?
Yes.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of people for whom Nadal is their absolute favorite tennis player of all time. And that is true of Adam skating too. And I think like there's a lot of people who loved watching Roger Federer for the opposite reason, which is like he looked like he was never going to even break a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's good and bad in both. But that's what I realized watching him this weekend was like I just could see every effort. And
That's fair.
you know what I mean?
No, I know.
It's not me criticizing him. I'm just
No.
saying like it's
It's his
like
style.
Nadal wasn't mine either. I
Mhm.
loved Federer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then
Ye-
Djokovic was like sort of in the middle where like you could see some effort, but like he always would just, he was kind of like, you know, had like a little bit of, he has like obviously a very specific kind of attitude and whatever. And I was like, maybe that's Ilya. It's like
Mhm.
Djokovic.
Really? I loved Djokovic until I found out what his personality was like and then stopped. But
Yeah, I mean like taking out that, like I just mean like kind of the way he is on the court.
totally.
Like maybe there's a
Totally.
little of
There's some
that.
like bravado.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean by the attitude. But like, so anyway, I was just thinking about Adam being like Rafael Nadal on the ice. And it is like not, it's just not like my personal style. But that being said, like he's an obviously incredible skater. Adam always almost logged off just now because of his fandom for him.
I'm back in because I know exactly like everything he does. I don't it's and you know what? Like it sounded like a dig at first of like that's his style, but but now that you've explained it, it's like that's his style. His
Yeah, it's
style
not a
is that
dig. It's a
no,
style.
it's not. It's not. It's just it is his I know exactly what you mean. You are okay. I'm
Thank
back.
you.
I'm back
I'm
on the
happy to be
podcast.
here.
I'm not gonna log out yet.
Yet.
Still
So
early.
anyway, he won the short program, and then, I guess we could like say the results of this. I said that Yuma Kageyama won, but Yuma Kageyama won, Adam got second, and Steven Gogolev from Canada got third, and Roman Sadovsky from Canada got fourth, ahead
Oh my
of
God, these
Jason Brown
Canadian
in
boys.
fifth.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that Adam has been having some thoughts about the
Yeah.
Canadians.
I just want to say that it took them about, I'll say, 4 years to kind of sniff the Olympics in the near distance. And they
Yeah.
went, it's time to lock in and load these jumps into the
Right.
program.
Yeah, that's
And they have.
true. Yeah, they have. I mean, Steven Gogolev was like pretty lights out. I mean, he did not make a lot of big mistakes. So that was impressive. And Roman is so up and down, but when he skates well, like
It's
he's really
good.
nice to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. Jason
Can we
Brown.
go ahead?
Go ahead. No, please.
No, I need to know what happened to Jason Brown first before I bring up what I need to bring up.
Jason he was similar to how he was at Skate America, where the technical was just like not quite right. And the programs are, huge crowd pleasers and everything, but specifically the triple axles were not working here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back-to-back events is pretty challenging.
And this is
Yeah.
better than he was on the Grand Prix last year already. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So Jason got fifth, and he actually like barely got fifth. I think he lost to Roman by like half a point. So
yeah, even less than.
Our
yeah,
favorite
he got
sky
like several.
dancer.
Yeah, he got several cues in the free skate that didn't help him. But he fell on his first axle. So yeah, but like again, like we've talked about, Jason's Grand Prix season has sometimes been completely non-existent. And he's been fine. And so I don't read too much into it. And he was, as usual, like seemed like the most popular person in the arena every time he skated.
Yeah.
Like big crowds. I do want to say that like the Finnish Grand Prix had a lot of people. I don't know if
It
you guys
looked like
noticed that when you were
Worlds.
watching
I was
it.
watching it and I was taken aback by how full this arena was.
Yeah.
They love their figure skating.
No, yeah. Well, what's interesting is like they love their synchro.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yes.
yeah. Finland
so
is
that
so competitive.
Is like the gateway drug, I think, that's like getting people in the door for the figure skating, because people told me that they held Synchro Worlds in that same arena this year, and it was sold out in like minutes.
Well, and they had synchro events being advertised on the boards at this Grand Prix. Like synchro
like,
is
they love
it.
Yes. So I think that like helps push the popularity of any other kind of ice sport. And they're also like love hockey, but we know that doesn't translate necessarily. But I think the synchro does. So.
Yeah. And they threatened that if Adam Siohimfa didn't medal, that he would join their team. That was the bet that they held. He'd be on the Hayden Nets.
The US synchro team.
On a
Wait,
US synchro.
I got to see the Finnish synchro team at a Worlds. They were part of the gala one year.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be like the Helsinki Worlds in 2017?
For some reason, I actually don't know if it was at Helsinki Worlds. I think, but that would be stupid.
Okay.
So like, yes, it was. That was some of the most incredible skating I'd ever seen. It was so cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I do want to talk about from this men's event is Jimmy Ma.
What happened to Jimmy?
My tinfoil hat is eroding.
Tattered?
It's losing layers of aluminum.
Holes.
There's
Yeah.
some holes in it.
The microwaves are getting to you.
The EMF has cut through the tin.
Yes.
no.
Yeah, so he, it's just the tech. It's like he's not landing stuff.
Yeah,
You
not
famously
landing.
have to be doing that in this
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah, and you actually
I-
like to get the tech called. Like it is about tech is jumps.
Tech is
jumps. I was honored to return to the site of happiness isn't real, landing your jumps is real, which is the Grand Prix where this came from last year. And I was
It's good to see that the men are still in form.
They
the
still
men are
haven't
still
listened to that episode.
Yeah, but they are listening to
Yes.
us saying they need music from the club. So I guess you kind
They
of
are
have to
listening to
take wins
that.
where you can.
I mean,
Oh,
and
yeah.
to that end, like Jimmy's free skate, which is like to Macho Man, and it's raining men, and
Is it fun?
YMCA,
Is it good?
It slaps.
Okay. I'll check
It's
it
like,
out.
unfortunately, I'm saying unfortunately because it's like one of those things I like want to hate on it because I'm like YMCA, but
Yeah.
it slaps.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
they're gonna love it at nationals. They're gonna eat
all
it
of
up.
those songs do sound like they could be at a Trump rally.
Right. Well, he's performing it next week.
And next up, Marjorie Taylor Greene and then Jimmy Ma.
We don't know his political affiliation.
No, we don't.
everybody.
We don't.
And actually,
We
have no
don't.
clue.
No,
It's
we
just so
don't.
silly.
I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just saying what
Actually,
I'm saying.
Marjorie Taylor Greene introduces him as he skates out.
No,
Yes.
as they both leave the Republican Party.
That's too funny.
But yeah, that was really really fun to watch. And I
Yeah.
think it will kill with an American audience too. Like it's
Oh my
really
God.
fun.
At nationals, we'll be lucky if the rest of the competition can continue after he skates a program like that.
Yeah. And he really wasn't. He was better like landing stuff in the free skate. Like he didn't land like the big ticket items, but he did like for the second half of the program mostly have it together.
Mhm.
So,
Ashley, there was something you wanted to say.
I want to talk
yeah.
about blood on the ice. Okay, so Sarah,
And we're back.
I wonder if you missed this.
If you saw this blood.
I didn't.
So I had every intention of watching the men's free skate, and then got sucked in to this crime that happened on the ice, and then went down the rabbit hole of solving what happened, and I have no
Said
idea. Said crime. So, Andreas Nordbach skates his program with a bloody bandage.
Yes.
And whatever happened to him was like not situated before he started skating. So it got worse as his blood pressure rose and his heart rate increased. So then there's just blood all over the ice. But it happened on the 6-minute warm up. This is my detective work because he starts it, no bandage. He finishes it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
That's
happened.
right.
Did you see anything?
No, because I
Okay,
didn't
great.
watch the warm up.
Oh my God. Well,
This was
you're
when I was
missing-
talking to our Finnish friends who were doing a lore night with their friends. So I
Okay.
missed the warm up.
You missed the lore of the hand injury. But my favorite thing is Walter Verkonen. What is his last name?
Vertanen.
Vertanen goes over to just alert the panel that there is bloodshed on the ice. And
Yeah, and then
he's saying like, it doesn't bother me, which I think is just hilarious
shit.
as a surgeon.
Could you imagine? He's like, I'm really queasy around the
know.
blood.
I can't do this. We have to no, he looks exhausted and he's like, I am exactly 6 minutes away from falling asleep. So
yeah, he's like, I
we
gotta
only
get
have
this done.
so much time.
No, he
Like
looks.
I only have these 4 minutes allotted.
He looks like a surgeon.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
he looks like he got off call like
Yes.
minutes before.
And he
this
really
event.
was like, no, I have calculated when I'm allowed to fall asleep. And it
Yes.
is the exact second I get my scores.
Yeah.
So I'm not waiting for this.
Yeah, he's like, I've got a shift in 6 hours, so I gotta.
Less.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But so
then
then after that, after every skater, they sent out like several of the like volunteers and sweepers to the
not
part
the
of the ice
sweepers, like the young
where there
girls.
was, well, there were a couple, but it was more
You know
the
how young girls love
volunteers.
blood.
It was more the volunteers, like who
Okay.
were like, I don't know how old they were, but they were not young children.
Okay.
Who would
Addressing blood.
skate on in between skates, like for like 4 straight skaters. They had to keep going back to the spot, and they
Well,
would
did
like
you
just
see his
scrape
hand
their
by the end of
blades to
it?
like sweep away the ice. And I eventually was like, they're gonna make a hole. There's gonna be like
Yeah.
a dip
Yeah.
A divot.
in the ice
Yeah.
in that specific area, because they were basically like scraping with the whole width of their blade, as you do, right, to like scrape up snow.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, the whole like this like 1 foot square area is going to
It's
be
just
lower than the rest.
And now there's just like bloody snow on the ice. I don't know. Like seeing blood on the ice is not that uncommon. I was reading some people being like, this is not
Just
a
another day at
humanitarian
the
crisis,
office.
but a like health code violation, which it probably is. But I feel like, especially in the women's event, at least I can only speak to that, I guess. But like with Beelman's, like you cut your finger and there's always blood on the
There's
ice.
always blood.
Yeah, it
Well,
doesn't.
I just thought it was
gross me
weird
out
that he's
much.
like
similar to Walter.
it was interesting that you're like actively seeing him bleed and they just let him skate.
It was, well, I want to know what happened. Like it was a bad cut because it was like
Yeah.
gushing.
Ashley,
So.
do you remember at like a nationals one year, like I did a double loop too close to the wall in a 6-minute warm up, and I like
smacked your hand and got it cut.
and I ripped it open.
Yeah,
And
that's clearly what he did.
it was gushing, but then backstage between the 6-minute warm up and my free skate, they cauterized it. So I don't even know if I was wearing a Band-Aid, but it was, they just dried
they
that
got
thing
tricks.
out.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that, Adam, because I don't have any idea what happened to him. But on the topic of like being too close to the boards, like I heard from some skaters here, because I would like see them around. Like the warm-up area was actually like the upstairs concourse. So I would like see them sometimes. And I heard from some of them that the rink was small, like felt quite small because it's a hockey rink.
Mhm.
And like there were a couple skaters where I like noticed, like Yuma was one of them, where I was like, "Woo, he's close to the boards." Like his opening Salchow in the free skate was like he almost hit them, and then he had another jump where he like was like tentatively like didn't go into it because I think he like misjudged or mistimed it. So who knows? Maybe Andres Nordeback did exactly what you did, Adam.
I would rather train on an NHL size rink and then skate out to an Olympic size rink than the reverse. I feel like you can always see when athletes train on big ice because it creates
We
such a
trained
problem.
on big ice, Ashley.
No, I know that, but like I would have rather.
But she would rather not.
I didn't fill it out. I was like, I don't need to get over there.
No,
That's
I mean,
not
I
my
would
She
problem.
would
fill it.
rather not.
It was so much easier to just like pull back a little bit when you would go to like an NHL sized rink than to like be on NHL
But
and then
some
feel like
people are divas about it, and they're like, my timing is messed up. Like I can't.
right. Well,
do
because they
this.
can't, like they're like, you know, mindless idiots doing like, well, I jump when I see the blue line. Like use your head and stop using your eyes. Time it out. I mean, I can't spell it out for you. Stop pushing so fucking hard.
Well, remember when Gracie would hit the boards a lot in competition? She trained on. I'm being serious.
No,
She trained on
I
NHL.
do.
No.
Toyota is NHL.
Then she had no reason.
No, and also
she was throwing herself into those boards. I don't know.
It's the dimensions of a rink. An Olympic-sized rink are 200 feet by 100 feet, and the dimensions of an NHL rink are still 200 feet, but by 85. We're talking about 15 feet on the side. People are losing their minds. It's not the color of the ice, which that can blind you. Okay, as I can tell you, the color of the ice that can blind you, but 15 feet isn't going to make you crash into the boards. You know what will? Your stress and anxiety making you go faster than you usually are in practice. Let's use some common sense. Stop pushing so hard.
Well, that's that.
And that's the men.
Tinfoil hat holes.
Holes in our tinfoil hats. Okay. Ashley, do you want to do women?
Yeah, we can do the women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to a couple of things. Rino Matsueke, her
Ugh.
outside edge into the loop being used as a musical accent that is appropriate and satisfies what I would want to be seeing on that note. Fabulous.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just absolutely amazing. So the results went Mona Chiba in first, Amber Glenn in second, and then Reno Matsueke ended up in third place. I
You know
mean,
what's so crazy about Reno getting third is that in this short program, like she just like she was fine, but she was, I think, maybe like sixth in the short. Like she
Mhm.
kind of like
Yes.
pulled up. And I wrote I wrote to myself, or like made like a mental note that I'm going to start a sport and a league for people who shouldn't have to jump, and it will be led by Rino Matsuike and Yuna Aoki,
Yes.
and it will be called Landing Your Jumps Isn't Real. Isn't real.
Doing jumps isn't real.
Yes.
I'm sure these really
Because
hard-working athletes would really love to be in a league where they get made fun of for their ability to land jumps cleanly.
well, they wouldn't get made fun of. I'm basically saying these people should be in the equivalent of solo
They
ice
shouldn't
dance.
have to do them.
Don't make them jump.
That's what I'm
I
saying. They shouldn't be like, it's an indignity to their skating that they have to like interrupt their skating with jumps.
well,
Yes.
Because
do you
I
think
want to
they
watch
feel
them
that way?
skate.
If I could
Yes.
skate like that, I would absolutely be like,
Kind
it's
of.
bullshit that I have to jump.
I mean, this is
Look
how
at
I
my
feel about
outside
June Wan
edge.
Cha sometimes. Like June is a great jumper when he hits it right, but sometimes I see him and I just feel like he's like,
We don't need
I guess I got to
these.
jump again. You know, I do
Yeah.
think there are some skaters who probably feel like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
As somebody who could have
continue,
done with
Ashley.
a lot less jumps in their career, I feel that way.
Same.
I would have joined that
Yeah.
league in a heartbeat.
You would have been a great fit. I would not.
Oh, okay.
Your
No,
skating
it's a
was
good
so
thing,
good.
Adam. It
Your
means that
skating
your
was so good.
skating is amazing. That's what
I'm
it
not
No.
means.
about to sit here and be like the quality of my skating. No. No, 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 no.
No,
But
you also would have been a great fit.
serving face, yes. Everything else,
It's part of it.
it is part of it though.
Mhm.
So I think really what stood out to me, Mona Chiba, that free skate was really solid. She just went check, 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 check. But I'm going to say something that I feel like is controversial, but I don't feel like it should be controversial, but it is controversial because I know people just love her so much. I don't feel anything
Say
watching
it.
her.
Me too. Oh, thank God you said that.
But
me too.
I'm going to give credit where credit is due. As soon as she's done with the jumps, she's so present and so lovely
turns
to
it on.
watch. But
Yeah.
it's like nothing, 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 because there's a lot of pressure on her. And I
Mhm.
understand why this is happening, but I do just like the story of Romeo and Juliet, we know it, right? Everyone knows it. And so
Mhm.
it's pretty easy for you to act it because there's an expectation. You're not trying to like convince the audience to believe whatever story. They know the story. So
Are you
for
talking about
me-
Mona Chiba?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And so I just think like it feels a little empty as far as like projecting and emotionally filling up that music. And then when I don't feel someone's connected emotionally, I see skating in a way that's much smaller, right? So
Yeah.
fabulous performance, not to take away from that. Like she got the job done when she needed to, props to her. But I just wish she could extend that like emotional availability way earlier on into the program.
Mhm.
So
I
that
agree
was
with
my
you.
main issue with her. I don't know.
Me too.
I
I mean,
completely agree with you.
there's like it feels like this like homeschooled restraint. Do you know what I mean? Where it's just like
No, what?
I'm only like I
No.
can only feel this much. Like it's just sort of like, you
But
can
what does
just
that
tell
have to do with homeschooling?
Yeah.
because
Are
when you're
they less
homeschooled, you don't like go
You don't get
haven't like been
emotions.
yeah,
okay?
none.
Because you're not getting
You
like
don't, you haven't had
bullied
your
in
like
high
lunch
school or something.
stolen. You
Right.
haven't
Okay.
people
I
haven't
knew you were
like
going to bring it into bullying.
yes. You haven't had your people haven't been like, why are you wearing glasses? Like
Mhm.
there's just like something where it's like,
It's
and then,
character building. So you're saying they
yeah,
lack character.
I think she has a
yeah.
coach who's probably doing some good character building.
Well, she's hitting people, but like she's not stealing their lunch. Oh, she's probably doing that too. Let's move on.
Well, she's probably doing that too.
We'll move on and move right through that.
I agree with you though, Ashley. And I think I really want her to grow in that way.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do a lot for me emotionally, to have her
Mhm.
doing check. And I can still objectively appreciate that she is excellent. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
That was a great
Completely, like, there's no
program.
question. No
It was a
question
great
about that.
program, but was it a great performance? Those are 2
Mhm.
separate things.
Yeah.
Completely.
But then seeing her at the end of her program do like this little fist pump and she screams, like that's when I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my God,
It's
cool.
in you.
You're so
Yeah.
into this.
Yes.
Like, I want that. And I want
Yeah.
more of that. So
Yeah.
that would be my note. But like she was flawless.
Yeah, but
and
amazing.
amazing. And I think deserved to be on the top of the podium with that skate.
Yeah.
Amber was leading the short program and
Mhm.
fell into second. Honestly, she looked really tight to me. She looked,
Mhm.
I feel like the tempo of when she's nervous gets really rushed. And so she's going into these loops, which tend to be her problem element. And every single time I was like, this is it. This is going to be where it goes down. And she didn't go down on her loops.
Yeah.
She did double a Lutz that I think
Which
she was having
basically was the
problems with.
difference.
It
right?
was. Yeah.
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 I
But
agree with
just
that.
the quality wasn't as like silky smooth as we've seen
That's
from her.
exactly what I was going to say. It's like where Monet like lacks technically compared to Amber, she makes up for in like quality. Like every element Monet Chiba does is like you could like clip it and be like, this is an example of how to do a triple loop.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
with like Amber, it's sort of like she'll do it and it's like maybe like we just want her to make it through.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
But she makes you feel something. So
Exactly. It's
I
like
I mean, I will say like the Amber Short program was like one of the absolute moments of the weekend. Like
so cool.
the
I
believe it.
crowd was so into it. She was like so good at the end on like the final steps. Like I hear what you're saying, Ashley, about being a little like maybe tighter on the jumps, but like once she was through those, like that was amazing. I mean,
Mhm.
that short program was just awesome. Like was like on a high from it. It was so
Yeah.
fun to see like that the crowd loved it as much and like that she was really like
Well,
amping
it's
them up.
so good. But that's the thing. And I don't know if people always give it enough credit. People who perform have a completely different challenge because to perform, you need to be present. To be present means you
Mhm.
are aware of what's at stake. It is so much scarier to be a performer than
It's
just an
much
athlete who goes
harder.
out. It's so much harder. And so like give Amber props. And I think she's finally coming into her own and seeing her get an audience behind her, I'm so excited that an athlete like Amber is now not only like technically delivering, but like she's beloved. It's really cool
Yeah,
to see what's happening in her
Mhm.
career.
Speaking of Amber, I saw Amber before the short program and she came like she's like doing her stretching, like whatever, headphones in, all that. And she like runs over, she comes over, she gives me a hug. She's like, I was just listening to one of your shows from Lake Placid. And I was like, oh, amazing. And she told me that she listens to the show while she like warms up.
Oh my God. Well, run faster, jump higher.
She said not for cardio, but when she's like stretching and getting ready to go, she like listens to the podcast a lot.
Oh, I love being someone's like mindless little ditty. Like that's
Yeah.
fun. That's such a
Yeah,
compliment.
like I just was like, you're doing what? Because I never would be able to turn on words when I was trying to like get ready for something. I don't think. Like I would
Mhm.
need to music like of some kind.
I read
So
a quote from her from this weekend that was just a reminder of like what her career has been. She has won her last 4 Grand Prix.
Yeah.
well, yeah, because she won 3 last year, including the final.
Mhm.
So like
Mhm.
that's crazy. And like I do feel like there's something to that of like maybe the getting second before the final is and before nationals and everything is maybe not the worst thing in the world. Like to just
Yeah.
like not be on a streak.
I
you
also
know,
think it
that
doesn't like
has-
change her momentum. She's fine.
No,
No,
not at
because
all.
she's
She's going to the
skating
Grand Prix
well.
final.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
skating well. She's going to the Grand Prix final. Like, she's fine. Like,
I
she's
think
completely fine.
when you're like Amber's caliber of athlete at this moment, where it's like the winner or the medalists are like circumstantial to like where people's like periodization is like going, because
Mhm.
like obviously like I feel like Amber's potential point ceiling is higher than Monet Chiba's, but I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
Monet's strategy is that like I won't give these motherfucking bitches an inch, so I
Yeah.
can't ever not be clean.
Yeah.
So there's just two
Yes.
different strategies going on that like at the end, hopeful, like I think what's hopeful for the both of them is that they'll both skate squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think like Amber's working within like a different range of like what she wants to do or achieve at these like Grand Prix versus like the goals that Monet has. That's my mentality of
I'd
them.
love to see her put in a second triple axel. I would love
I know.
I
that.
know.
It's so
I
good.
know.
Like, come on. I feel like it's there, but
Yeah, but she's got to do what's like
she doesn't need
what
it.
she can do cleanly. You know what
No,
I mean? Like,
yes.
And if she was going to do it, she should have taken on the approach that oh my god, from last week.
from last week, Rinko
Japanese
Watanabe.
skater Riko where she's
Yes.
been trying it all season. Like,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the main
Yeah,
problem,
I don't think I don't feel like Amber's gonna do that.
No,
Like,
it
I
doesn't
just
feel
don't.
like a
It also makes the one triple axel like so exciting because you're like, oh,
It
it's
does.
this big
Mm.
moment.
Totally.
So.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I felt
that's-
really bad for Rion Sumiyoshi at this event.
I know.
She really struggled. She had like a crazy fall in the short program in her step sequence where like it was like a banana peel fall where she almost
Mhm.
hit her head. It was
Yeah.
scary.
And the
and then
free
she was
skate,
so
she just
upset.
didn't
She was
really
just so
keep it
upset, you know,
together.
because I mean, she had a chance to make the final. She was on the
Right.
podium at her first event, and
well,
so
which would have
she,
been like imperative to her
yeah,
trying
with the
to make it
Japanese
the Olympic
women.
team. There's four
Yeah.
of them there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
So-
other flip side of that coin is the Japanese women who are going to the Grand Prix final are kind of in a tough spot schedule wise because it's a tight turnaround.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess we should be
Granted, the
talking
Grand
about
Prix
who
final is
made.
in Japan, but
Yeah, that helps. But I guess we should be. So the people who made the Grand Prix final for the women are Monet Chiba, Kaori Sakamoto, Amber Glenn, Alyssa Liu, Ami Nakai, Rinko Watanabe. So you kind
I'm
of
really
feel like
happy for Rinka. She seemed
Me
like
too.
Yeah.
devastated last week that she might not make it in. And I think obviously with everything that happened with Rion, that was like the final push
Yeah.
into the final. So
I am sad for Isabeau Levito, who's first out. That's
yeah.
tough. That's really tough.
She'll be okay.
No,
Mhm.
I know, but that's just like that's
More
a
time at
bummer,
home
you
to
know?
train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. But it kind of feels like those 3 Japanese women's spots are probably like narrowed down to those 3 women. Or sorry, those 4
4.
women who are
I
going.
agree.
The 3 spots, 4 women. It's probably just them who can get one at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and it's looking like it's down to like Ami, Nakai, and Rinka Watanabe for the third
I
one.
know.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You'd have
Ami
to
is
imagine.
my girl.
Yes.
I love Ami.
And they're both
And I love
triple
Rinka
axel
too, but
girls.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're very different in the way that they skate
Right.
too. So
very,
And
very different.
One collects
Yeah.
ocean roaches.
we got some feedback on that. They are not roaches. Someone very passionate about isopods
I know.
was
I
very
know,
upset.
But did you look at the picture?
No, it's a cockroach, but that's
It's disgusting. It looks like a dog. It looks like it's a photo from the dodo of
No,
like, can
it
you
has,
adopt
like-
these?
Oh, it's a dog if it had like a exoskeleton.
yeah,
It's
no.
disgusting.
We've already given isopods
Yeah.
enough airtime.
I agree.
I think we
Stop.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know what we haven't given enough airtime?
I'm ready. I know what you're
The
going to say.
cues. I want to talk
Yes.
about the cues. And this is like overarching, but obviously the first person that comes to mind who was like really affected by cues at this competition was Brady Tennell, who was 4th, skated,
Didn't she get 7 of them in the free skate?
7 cues. Here's what I want to say about the cues. I want to say hey, to the tech panel. First of all, I'm done with these cues. They're fucking dumb. I have to say this. It's either cheated or it's not. Stop giving me this wishy-washy, I'm not sure if it's clean or not. Hey, give me a fucking break. Why are you doing this to the
Like, just
skaters? You're-
commit.
I mean, yeah,
Commit
Yeah,
to the
we're
call.
it's
we're
not
all
my fault.
saying this.
Like,
Go ahead.
it's just like, it's not my fault that you don't want to just like call it under. Well, then, because if you're like, it's not under, well, then it's just not under. Stop giving it a cue. Like, it's so fucking
Correct.
stupid. It's
And
ridiculous.
with
Well, that's the
Brady,
thing.
honestly, like I thought a lot of those were under. Like I think a
Well,
Q
and
was
like
pretty
that's
gracious.
the thing. If they're under, then
They're
call
under.
them
They're
under.
under.
Like the Q pisses me off so much. Like, I mean, we're gonna talk this to death until they get rid of it on this podcast because we've already done this once. But
Yeah.
like, I just don't understand why. Like, okay, if you decide if on the quarter is under or not, I think
Right.
it's probably not. And then don't
It's
call it.
not.
And
Yeah.
if it is a quarter under or a little bit less and it affects the landing a little bit, take it out of the GOE. Like you're a
Mhm.
judge at an
You should
ISU
know
Grand
better.
Prix event.
You need to
You
be
know how to
spoon-fed
use
how
the
to
GOE.
get a grip. God,
insane.
good God, girl, get a grip. The 5Gs.
Mm.
Well,
I-
it's just like why if Brady Tennell or anybody does a jump and it's on the cue, like on the quarter, and it's deemed to be like a +3 by a bunch of judges on the panel, then like that's what it is. Like to me,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's landed going back with a running edge or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? And if it's not, then it's not going to get the +3s.
No, I'm just
So,
like so
like-
sick of it because it's either if it's under, call it under. Like what this cue is like, I wasn't really sure. Give me a break. And I'd actually like to call out a few people that I actually think need to be called out for of the reason why we're in this mess. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Me.
Number one, Ashley Wagner.
I would
No,
have been
no.
littered with cues, which is one of the reasons why I don't like them on solidarity and principle. I would have
don't
had
like them
cues
because
everywhere.
this is what like you're afraid of. Like we have this whole judging system because like we want fairness. This is how you get something that's like not fair when somebody's like
Yes.
it's not black and white. It's I'm not
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Get a fucking grip and go back to whatever dumb fucking country you're from. Stop doing that.
Oh no, watch it
Stop.
be a US caller.
Then go back.
Yeah.
Then go back to Missouri. I don't care. Learn how to like what a jump looks like. Make a fucking call. So I'd like to call
Yeah.
out a few people of why we're in this mess. Number one, Marie-Reine Lagonier, the French judge on the 2002 Salt Lake City
100%.
Pairs panel.
Okay, blaming her
100%.
It's her
because
fault.
we can't trust anybody.
Well, no,
Cannon
because
goes
she
off.
should have just
I'm imagining a cannon going off every time you say somebody's
Yeah.
name.
She thank you. She should have just been judging what she saw. Otherwise, we'd have Salt Lake City move on. Okay. Next person, Anton Sikorelitsa couldn't land a fucking double axel in Salt Lake City cleanly. Because if he did, they just win and it would have been over.
Okay.
And the third person, Jamie Saleh.
Okay, so this is really just centered around Salt
It's
Lake
It
City.
is. I
It's
mean,
all
that's why
about
the
them.
judging system is so
We are in this
stupid.
mess today because an anti-vaxxer wasn't awarded a gold medal in 2002.
That's sort of yes.
Poetic.
Yeah, I mean it's right.
It's correct. We're in this mess because a Russian man couldn't do a double axel, tale as old as time. A French woman was lying. If I had a nickel.
Tale is old as time.
And an anti-vaxxer didn't get what they wanted.
Well, tale as old as
That's also
today.
tale as old as time.
I'd have
Tale as
three
old as
Old as
today.
right now. It's happening
I'd have
constantly.
3 fucking nickels. And that's my rant on the cues.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here,
I
here.
had a backbone.
No, yeah. I hate it. And I do think they're doled out really inconsistently
Yes.
because it's a judgment call and different skaters get scrutinized way more than others. And like if you were to zoom in and go really slow and really close on every single person, you'd find cues everywhere. But they don't do that to everybody.
Yes.
You know, so it's not fair. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not sitting here being like all of Brady Tennell's jumps are clean, but it's like she's clearly getting scrutiny that other skaters are not getting. And
Yeah.
like it's always been like that. It was like that when it was just under rotations too.
Mhm.
But like it's worse now because they have this extra option that's like, it's not that bad.
You
It's just
can't.
a GOE deduction.
You
And
know,
it's worse now because they'll
no,
do it more because they don't
it's
feel
worse.
as bad about it.
Right.
Mhm.
It's worse. And now we're getting like it's just like get a backbone and call it under, and then let
Call it
the
under.
skater deal with that. But like
Yeah.
a cue is like you didn't have enough guts to do like because I wasn't sure.
Right.
Well, if
I
you're
don't
not
want to
sure,
really affect the skater negatively. And
yeah,
yet here we are.
yeah, but you're
Yeah, well,
affecting
when
me
you do
negatively.
7 cues, I mean, skaters on jumps, like if it's a triple, if you're getting a cue, you're losing a point. And like if you do that 3 or 4 times in a program, or let alone 7, like someone's tech is going to drop so significantly. Like that
R-
cost Brady a podium spot here. She lost by 3 points. She
Yeah,
was off the
I'm not
podium by
even
3 points.
defending Brady. This is
I'm
like
not either,
about
but that's
all
what I'm
skaters.
saying is
Mhm.
like if you do this
Yes.
to a bunch of jumps in somebody's program, like it's not like they're thinking it's not that big of a deal, and it is. That's what I'm saying. It
Mhm.
can cost somebody quite a bit. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Mhm.
The thing is that like the judges need less options, not more. When you give
Yes.
Yes.
somebody too many options, they go, "Oh, I'm not really sure which one I like or what." Grow up. Yes or no, move on. If you're willing to like go and go, that was good or bad to like a skater who's out there, you should be able to go, that's good or bad. Now I'm not really sure. Get your soft spoken ass off that podium and into a critical thinking class. I'm done with the cues.
Okay. He's done. He's done.
Okay.
And so are we.
I think that's a good segue,
Segue?
To what?
because let's talk about the dance judging
Should we
panel.
just do pairs quick so that we can like mull undance? I feel like there'll be more to say.
Sure. I was just using the segue, but I can skip the segue. Fuck the segue. Actually, no, I have a segue.
Are
which
there
is
Yeah.
that-
cues in dance?
No, which is
Worse.
worse. But
Wow.
A
my
child.
segue is that my segue is that in the pairs short program, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud were robbed and should have won the short program in the pairs, and they put them fourth. And that was like very cowardly judging, in my opinion, as well. They like put all these teams together within like 0.3 or something crazy. Like they were like really separated by like 0.27, I think, total, the top 4.
Yes.
And like Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud are the only ones who did a clean program. Haza
Right.
and Volodin, who won the short program, didn't do a death spiral. Period. They
Yeah.
didn't
that
get any
happen?
credit for their death spiral. They like messed up the timing, and they stopped in the middle of it and they were
Yeah.
just like kind of spinning there
Oh my
waiting to
God.
start their
That's the
choreo
thing
again. It was
about
bad.
pairs that sometimes like kills me when they miss an element and they just kind of like
They have to kind of wait.
They have to
Well, they
wait.
have
They're
to. And what are they
loitering.
going to do? Jumping jacks?
I
Take
think
a
you should
smoke
have
break.
a planned piece of choreography for when you miss something up so that
Yeah,
it
well,
at
this
least
is like-
looks
And
is
it
like-
should be taking a smoke break.
No, it should be getting off the ice and taking a smoke break.
No, but I just was really frustrated. I thought Leah and Trent skated really well. I think their program is great. Their short program is
Yes.
great.
Their short program
the
is
crowd
great.
loved it in
Also,
Helsinki.
How do
and
you give
I
a program
don't know how
good?
you put that team fourth.
Exactly. How do you give a program that's missing 10 seconds of choreography good performance?
That's
The
a
highest
great
components
point.
in the event.
That's crazy. And you know what? As a skater, you would know that. I
Mhm.
missed
Yeah.
10 seconds of elements to play patty cake with my friend.
Yes.
I know that
Like
the
you
program
don't get
suffered.
to have the high components.
No, you don't. That being
Yeah, but,
said,
like-
your podium here was Haza and Volodin. They came away with the gold medal. Efimova and Mitrofana from the U.S., third in the short program, second overall. Ellie Kam and Danny O'Shea, bronze medalists. 2 Americans on the podium. Germans
What a
win by the skin
wild-
of their effing teeth.
Well, and by the way,
way.
I do want to say that this that result did cost Ellie and Danny a chance at the Grand Prix final, potentially. Like I think they were second out.
Mm.
So like had they gotten 2 more points, they would have been like in a tiebreaker for the 6th spot and potentially been able to go. So I'm not saying they would have. I don't know the tiebreak, whatever. But they might have lost the tiebreak. But that was like a bummer for them had they just scored like a few points. But Efimova and Mitrofanov had the skate of the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a great free skate. That's because they're in love.
They're in love. And he said
Do
it
you
to
want
the
to say
media.
more about that?
Nope.
He's professing his love to her as his wife. It's always been her.
It's always been her.
It's always been her.
Mhm.
Great sports partner.
Great. And now life
Great.
partner. On to the
really like them.
dance. There's a lot of life partners in dance.
Yeah, but the pairs event was a mess, and that's that, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
Sorry, KMT. That's my
Yeah,
elaborate breakdown.
I mean, it was though, it was a mess. Like it was like really like again, there was like one clean program amongst the top 4 in the short program, and then one clean program amongst the top 4 in the free skate. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And it was
Yeah.
Misha and Elisa.
Yeah. I would like to hear what the dance was like in the arena, please.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so okay, so the results of the dance, I'll say to start. Laurence Fournier-Boudry, Guillaume Cizeron won this event, as we always expected they would. Piper Gillis, Paul, I guess maybe not always, but we have expected this since Grand Prix France, I think, that they would win. Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier got second, and Emilia Zingis and Vadim Kolesnik got third. Olivia Smart and Tim Deek got fourth, and Maya and Alex Shibatani got fifth.
Mm-hmm.
So in the rhythm dance, what happened? Do you guys know what happened at all?
Nope.
No.
A bit.
Okay.
I know you were there.
Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So you have seen, and this will be good because for people who didn't have a chance to watch it. So you have seen Laurence and Guillaume's Vogue rhythm dance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where they start sort of in a static pose near the middle of the rink in front of the judges, and they do a little bit of voguing, and then they sort of skate a little bit backwards towards the back, and then they kind of do choreo forwards towards the judges, and then they like start their elements, right?
Okay.
Yes.
And their final element on their submitted element sheet is the choreo rhythm sequence, which is the element that officially goes from the back to the front, or goes the full axis of the ice one way or the other. Right? So they start their program and they do their choreo and everything they start, and the technical panel calls choreo rhythm sequence as their first element.
Oh.
And then they go on and call their other elements, like continue to call them. And then they do, as planned, their choreo rhythm sequence at the end.
Mm-hmm.
At which point the judges call an invalid element because they're doing an extra element, quote unquote. And so then they just don't give them credit for that at all. They just take it off the sheet. And then they mark down the choreo rhythm sequence by saying it did not meet the requirements because, of course, they were not doing
the choreo
their
rhythm
choreo
sequence.
rhythm sequence.
But they also have a sheet to work off of.
They do, Ashley.
And can I just also say, like, how ridiculous is it that in a sport that requires choreography, is there an element called choreography? I mean this in every discipline. The choreographic step, I think, is the dumbest thing in single skating. And to have a choreographic element in dance, shouldn't there be choreography throughout these programs? Everywhere?
Yes.
Shouldn't we be dancing the entire time?
And there is, in the good programs, there are. But like, so basically this to me, and I think to everyone, was essentially like, oh, they're like somebody on the panel is trying to make a point.
Totally.
And
yes.
It's Sean Redstadt.
Stupid.
Was the technical controller who was also the controller at Skate America, who like was really tough on skaters at Skate America too. I know you guys remember, like a lot of people are getting like low levels at Skate America is similar, very similar. But this instance felt really egregious, like targeted in the sense that it's like you're calling an element in a place where you know they're not doing it. And it's on your sheet that that's not what they're doing. And you have very likely been watching them in practice this whole week and have never thought to just like say, hey, keep an eye on that thing at the beginning, because, you know, there's one theory kind of going around that they're trying to call this based on like, you're not supposed to cross the axis of the ice, like unless you're doing these elements in the rhythm dance. And so one of the theories going around is they're trying to make a point about that. Like, you're crossing the axis, so we're going to call it.
I mean,
think
the other
that's
side, they
bullshit.
could have been told that. And part of it is like, we told you this was going to happen and you didn't make the change. So
But they didn't tell them. That's what I'm saying. They didn't do
that you know of.
Well, I think that I have heard a lot of things is what I'll say. And I also will say that, like, I think you can watch the reaction, like, of the people when they get the score and
Mhm.
of the people when they go to look at the scores, because you could, like, see them, like, when Guillaume and Laurence leave the kiss and cry, they're, like, still in the rink. They're, like, at the corner kind of. And, like, Roman, their coach, is telling them, like, they're looking at the protocol, like, and showing it to them, and they're, like, beside themselves. So I don't think they were told. I really don't. That's my opinion. And I think, like, I just think it's like, I don't know. It just felt very like stupid. And
No,
you
it
know
felt
what?
like they're
Like,
trying to
what?
make a point, an
Yeah,
example
and
out of somebody.
right. And it's like, the other thing that is sort of the larger thing here is, like, ice dance is just being, like, ruled to death.
It's
Like
disgusting.
what you're talking about, Adam, judges don't need more options, they need less. In ice dance, they have endless
No,
options.
this is worse than the
And it's
6.0.
awful.
This is worse than the
Yes.
6.0 because you've now leveraged the technical controller, complete control over what happens in every discipline. Instead of, like, at least hoping that the majority of the panel is, like, not been corrupted or bought
Yeah.
or whatever. Now
Yeah.
you're hoping that the technical controller, now it's like you're giving that power to one person.
Yes. Yes. And so, like, you like and by the way, like, this was the beginning of the event. They went early. They went second after the Shibatanis. And so this was early, and it went on the rest of the night with everyone being like, what the fuck? And the panel continued to be really hard on the skaters, like, all night. They did it throughout
I'm
the
just
rhythm
like,
dance. They did it throughout the free dance.
what's the
And
point in the Olympic
it's
season to be doing that? Like, what's the goal?
yeah. And I think there's, like, two, like, there's, like, competing things happening in ice dance where, like, ice dance is actually getting much easier in the sense that, like, the rhythm dance, like, if you compare this to, like, the old compulsories, like, this is not hard. Like,
Yeah.
this is not a lot of, like, technical things you really have to get done. And, like, it's not. But so that's happening at the same time as, like, skaters are being, like, so they're not being nitpicked as much on, like, the technical, in the sense that they just don't have as much to do. But then they're being nitpicked on these, like, stupid choreographic things. Like, oh, you didn't get within 2 meters of the boards. Like, that's a call that they get. Or, like, there's, like, a retrogression rule in these character steps where you can't, like, regress. Like, it's like we're like death by a thousand cuts. Like, it is, like, all these little choreographic things that if you mess them up, it can really affect your score. I mean, to give you an idea, like, this is a choreo element only gets a level 1. So they didn't lose any levels. They just didn't hit the requirements and didn't get their GOEs. And, like, they lost, I don't know, like, 6 points?
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least 4 points. 4 to 6. It's a ton for, like, some stupid little choreo requirement.
It's just like, this
So,
is how you suck the soul out of all of this stuff.
yes. Yeah. And I think you just end up with teams that are, feel like they have to play it safer over and over again, and it, like, Guillaume and Piper Gillis both gave, like, kind of longer quotes and after this event was done, talking about, like, how they, like, feel like it sort of, like, limits their expression and their ability, like, team's ability to be creative, to have these, like, nitpicky, standards. And like I said, like, I think there's a school of thought that's like, you have a ton of freedom because all you do is choreo now, like, you're not doing as much technical. But I think that there is like this thing of like, yeah, well, all we're doing is choreo, but if we don't do the choreo exactly how we're supposed to do it, then we're going to lose a ton of points. So it's really like, you know, if you want to give people freedom with choreo and not do technical, like fine, but if you're going to nitpick it, then it kind of ruins the point.
Right. Because you're nitpicking something that's subjective. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you touched your foot, you touched your partner. Those are 2 bullet points. It's like, it's just stupid. It's just like, it's so stupid. And these programs don't even skate anymore because of these like these rules and the requirements and the character steps and all the like. You know, I know that like when the Shibutanis competed at NHK, a lot of people were putting the videos of like their 2 programs back to back, and it's like, yeah, the Shibutanis, yeah, maybe they aren't skating as fast as they were 10 years ago, but also the programs themselves skated faster than the programs are allowed to skate now. There are requirements to like stand in the middle and like do fucking nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, sorry, you didn't get your nothing choreography step counted. You're out. Like, what?
Which is worth a lot of points. We made the nothing worth a lot of points.
It's so dumb.
And now
It
we're
is so
taking
dumb.
them. And it just like so like I said, they skated second and it set kind of the whole event. It set like a tone to the whole event. And so, you know, there were like more weird things that happened, like the Tashlers like ended their program, and as soon as they were done in the rhythm dance, Natalie was like yelling at the referee for not stopping the program, and she was like pointing at her ears and like wildly gesturing angrily at the ref. And at first I thought like maybe she couldn't hear the music. But then when they got in the kiss and cry and you can hear their microphones, like it was the wrong music cut. Like they, I think, had like an old music cut where like the middle was different. So like when they first started, it's not like when you first start the program and you hear it someone else's music, you stop, right? They had already like done some of the program and then they're playing an old music cut. And so they're like completely off time. They're like, what the fuck's going on? They kept going. They were like really angry. I heard that they like went back into like a restricted area yelling at volunteers. So, or like event officials, or I don't know, like if how much those people get paid or anything. But yeah, I don't think they took that very well. It's like kind of crazy that could happen.
I mean, in a day and age where it's like not cassette tapes, it's like you're going to a I don't know even know how skaters do it now, but like when I was competing, I would show up to a competition with a USB and be like, my programs are on here, take these. Where
I
are
had
they?
CDs or USB.
Yeah.
I think they can submit them online now. So like they would have had like a file submitted, like a specific file. Probably.
Right.
But they
I mean,
could have also like had something changed and then they sent them something updated being like, this is the updated music. And then
Right.
they still didn't
Yeah.
use the updated music.
But it would be
like,
insane.
So many
Like,
things
that's
could have
an
gone
issue.
wrong.
They probably played the
Yeah.
updated music in practice and then not in the like that's had to be what happened. Otherwise,
Well,
like
it would have given them a heads up. They would have been like, this is the wrong music. So.
delete. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they, in one way or another, thought it was squared away in practice, and then
It wasn't.
That stinks.
Yeah, that was like, yeah, that was very unfortunate for them. So anyway, so then like, you know, you get you get to like the free dance, which by the way, I watched a lot of the free dance with Amber, who came to watch it. Which was fun because she like was just like, so who's good? But like, you know, I mean, she knows them, but she, you know, like I don't know how much you guys were like watching ice dance when you were competing.
I was friends with a lot of the ice dancers, but I was not watching dance.
Yeah. But that was like fun. I actually was like sitting with John Luke and Amber, and Sarah Conti was there too. So I had basically all the disciplines perspectives covered. But the free dance was like very similar in the sense that like they just were really hard on everybody. Like they just were not giving people levels. And like, you know, like I think my issue with it is this. I don't care if you're going to be really like a hard ass about the turns and the levels. fine. But you can't do this to athletes where you do that at some events and not others because technical controllers are going to do it differently. Like that is insane. Like Marjorie Lajoie and Zach Laga essentially got screwed out of going to the Grand Prix final because they went to 2 events where the scores were really low.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're the first ones out. And they lost a tiebreak because their scores were lower than Emily and Vadim.
Yeah, there's no
And like
consistency.
I frankly think Marjorie and Zach are more, like deserve to be at the Grand Prix final a bit more. And I love Emily and Vadim. But like that sucks. Like that inconsistency is impossible for skaters. Like it's not fair. And so like I think that's just like it's hard to watch them do that so inconsistently, where there were like half of the events this year, it was really hard to get your levels, and at half it just wasn't. And for that to influence the trajectory of your season so significantly is like, I don't know, it's tough.
It's just like, listen, if the technical panel, the levels and stuff that you're getting vary so much from technical controller to technical controller, there's an issue with the rules. It means that it's not clear to the controller of what those are. And it's not saying that Sean Redstead is right or wrong. It's just like whatever he's abiding by is not the same set of guidelines, rules, or bullet points that the other technical and a different technical controller will be looking for. So whose fault is that?
Yeah.
It's the fault of the whole system.
The system's bad.
Because you've given control to like 1 to 3 people, the specialist, the controller, the assistant, like you've given full control to 3 people instead of Marie Ren Lagonier, that lying bitch.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's a system problem. And I think like to give you an idea, like the free dance score that Laurence and Guillaume got, Lila and Lewis beat that score at both of their Grand Prix. That's how low the score was. And Guillaume and Laurence are, I'm sorry, 10 times the skaters that Lila and Lewis are, like, technically speaking. And, like, it's just, like, that's crazy. It just shouldn't vary that much, Like, it just shouldn't vary that much. And I'm not, like, the first person to step in and defend Guillaume and Laurence, but they're the best ice dancers in the world right now. And there's not actually, like, there's no real, like, question about that amongst people. Like, you watch that free dance, it flies by. It's done in 30 seconds.
They're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Like
it's
incredible.
Excellent.
Yes.
And I just think like, like where we just sort of, you're losing the plot when that team like can't get their levels in your system. Or when that team can't get them and other teams can because the controller is different. Like you've lost the competitive plot. Like it all works itself out in the end because you have to believe that at the Grand Prix final, like they're the ones who will win because next to everyone they are better. But it just shouldn't, I don't know, it just shouldn't be like this. And like the Marjorie and Zach thing just pisses me off a lot.
And I don't
like
care.
It's just
whatever.
not fair. It's not fair.
All right. Well,
it's not fair. And the Shibatanis, interestingly, like got 5th. Their scores went up quite a bit because they changed their free dance. Like they changed several things in their free dance. So I don't know if they're like on a trajectory to compete for this, like a spot on the U.S. team, Olympic team, or not.
Oh,
well, speaking
of, Ashley, go ahead.
The U.S. just got a bit classier, a bit nicer of a place to be because Christina Carrera, congratulations on becoming one of our newest, brightest, shining American stars. Got our citizenship confirmed, last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's obviously a huge win for that team. And I think really does kind of solidify that the battle for this U.S. dance team is going to be so intense.
I just wanted to say one thing. So they post a picture and it's Christina has her brand new beautiful passport.
Beautiful.
And we were also worried about Christina getting her American citizenship and her passport. And then Anthony posts a picture of his next to hers. And now I'm worried about his. because
What do you
that
mean?
passport
It's
looks
so
like it's
worn
been
down.
to fucking hell and back. It doesn't
It's
even
been
have
through the washing machine a
Well,
few
for
times.
sure. He's definitely like a
Uh-huh.
boy who's like washed his pants where he just willy-nilly
Left his
keeps his
passport in there.
passport.
No,
It looks
yes.
like it
Like it
looks
wouldn't be
awful.
usable for re-entry.
That's what I'm afraid. I'm like, can we
He's going to be
check on
kept
his
out
citizenship?
of the country. That's so funny.
Anthony Ponomarenko not allowed back in due to faulty passport.
Right.
Faulty, worn
Ugh.
down, unreadable
It
passport.
looks beaten,
Haggard.
haggard. It doesn't even have
Oh.
Ashley. Did you see it?
Uh,
Like it
I saw
doesn't even.
hers and I was like stunning. She looks perfect.
His
so happy
doesn't
for
even
her.
have like anything on
Like
it anymore. Like
lines.
the gold like
Oh
emblem
no.
is
Like
gone.
the fraud detector is it might be a fake passport is what he showed you.
Instead of a real ID, it's a fake ID.
Right.
Also, you
yeah,
guys,
so
this is a
exciting for
side anecdote, but I finally spent a little time with Mark Henready at this event.
I was thinking about his commentary all week long, just appreciating it so much. He's so great.
He's great. He's
Yeah.
great. Just a very nice man who cares so much about like the commentary he's doing. It was my honor and privilege to get him a coffee at one point because he was just like calling all day. Those events were back to back both days. So
Mhm.
No,
anyway, shout out to him.
Yeah, he does some really great work.
Yeah.
I think he's doing the final too. So that'll be nice.
Good.
Nice to hear from him.
Great.
Great.
Yeah, great.
When is the
yeah,
final?
wow.
We have a week.
We have
2
a week
weeks?
in
Yes,
between,
we have
right?
a week off from skate. Well, not off. I'm sure people are going to senior bees and things, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
no Grand
Santa
Prix
Claus
this weekend.
cups.
The Volvo Cup.
Well, you know,
Ashley's
Warsaw
favorite.
happened. Warsaw happened last weekend, and Green and Parsons did not fare as well as they probably wanted to, which you know just
Mm.
thickens the plot in the U.S.
That
ice
plot
dance
is
teams.
thick for sure.
It is so thick.
Yeah. Wow. Great event.
Finland.
Really great, like Grand Prix finale. Like it had it all.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm. It had
messy
blood.
men's event,
Blood.
Yeah, messy in more ways than one. Falls
Mhm.
and blood on the ice.
Mhm.
Great crowd. Great women's skating.
Mhm.
Crazy ice dance drama. Pairs doing what they normally sort of do. And it had it all.
Yeah. What more could you want?
Not much.
Nothing.
Not much.
Maybe a
well,
tinfoil
actually,
hat
no,
with
we
no
do
holes.
we do have something more to offer you all.
Okay. Yes.
Can I show? I made a banner.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what you're going to show. So
I don't even know
please
what-
show it to me. Please show it to me. Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
we
That's so true.
will be at US
Oh, yeah, because-
Championships. Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Please announce it, Ashley. I interrupted you.
No, so the live show at US Championships, we will be there. Tickets are going to go on sale for everybody next Wednesday, but early access for our Patreon subscribers on Tuesday. So all of those, I think if we get show times and everything confirmed, we'll put those up in the show notes as soon as we possibly can, but you guys will get access to everything next Wednesday.
Yeah, and Adam maybe will insert a little edit where he tells you the show times before you get this audio if you're listening on audio. But yeah, we're
Mhm.
stoked. See you in St. Louis. Meet me in St. Louis. That's an
Meet
old
me in St.
it's an old
Louis.
classic movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's
I
like
have.
this lovely old movie. Yeah.
But I really know it from, what is it, Sex and the City 2? It was in the movie.
Oh, no, it's one.
It's
in
one.
one,
Okay,
I think.
'cause she
It's
gets the
like Jennifer
purse.
Hudson. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot
Oh, that
that's in
ugly
there.
bag.
Yeah, it was a Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My grandmother was really into classic movies, so we used to watch that one when I
I
was
thought
I
you were
thought you
going
were
to
gonna
say
say Louis
designer bags.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well,
It's such an ugly
Uh,
bag.
It is.
It's really, and it's like she's an EGOT winner, and you got her that
That
ugly bag.
ugly
No, she's not
bag?
paying herself.
I don't think she
playing
was at that time.
Well, this didn't help her.
Yeah. Probably
she had to
pushed it
fight
back a
that
couple
much
years.
harder.
They were probably like, I don't know if we can give her that last
No,
letter.
She's touched that ugly bag.
I need a break.
Yeah. Well, everybody, reform the ISU is my main takeaway from this
Truly.
conversation.
Yeah, just
God.
like these level. If I see one more dumb fucking teenager spin on the back of their heel
Yeah.
and then
I
slide on
also,
their knee, like get up and
I
spin
need the
correctly.
ISU to reform itself so that I don't have to listen to you two talk about how much you hate judging for a whole show. So the ISU, now I'm on your case. Now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
It's
We
Ashley,
made
you need to
Ashley
hate the
mad.
judging too. You got all these under rotations from this stupid system.
Listen, I've made my peace that
No,
people
you
don't know how
haven't.
to judge lefties. And that
No.
I can go on a tangent about why people can't correctly call lefties.
I'm just
Well,
like grateful that like
yeah.
we at least that we had some freedom. Like people like we did different spins. Like not
Yeah, it's
everybody
true.
looked exactly the fucking same
Mm-hmm.
except
Yeah.
for two people. Like
Yeah, it's
that's
getting a little bit boring.
a little bit. If I see one more person do a sit spin into a catch foot camel spin, like get a grip and do it correctly. Do a camel spin and then a sit spin. Why does nobody want to see a fast spin anymore? They want to see somebody spin at a medium speed.
We can't go back down this road. I can't go back down this road.
No, Ashley can't listen to this anymore.
I can't listen to this anymore. So that being said,
Ashley's
everybody,
quitting the show.
I'm
This is the
quitting
last
the
time you'll
show
ever
if I have to
see
listen
her.
to these two talk about judging anymore. So
Disgusting.
I know.
So
Oh, wait,
mad.
one last thing.
Yeah.
Ashley, let us be passionate about our passions. Support our
Do
passions.
it on your own time. Oh my
This
god.
is
What's
my
your
own
one
time.
last time? What's your
No.
last thing?
So Maddie Skeezus is a lefty.
Yes.
Yeah. And
but
a
she's
Disney
a lefty
adult.
that I watch and I'm like, whoa, she's a lefty. There are different degrees of lefty. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Like when you watch
Like-
me as a lefty, were you like, whoa, this looks so weird?
No.
No.
But when you competed, I was a little bit newer at like recognizing jumps and stuff. So I'd have to go back and like watch you, but I don't remember finding it jarring. No.
No, I just want to know like if all lefties make people feel this way or if like some more than others. Because I just want to know if I was affecting people in the way that I was affected.
What's the
this week.
feeling?
Whoa.
What's the feeling?
This is
Whoa.
wrong.
Yeah.
Do you
I
feel
was
like a
like, she's-
nun at a Catholic school, like a ruler and like hitting the left hand and be
No,
like,
I
use your
could never
right.
feel anything remotely religious.
feels
so
like-
no.
She feels
Oh,
like
yeah.
Sean Redstadt on a technical panel. Wrong.
Ay,
Do
wrong.
it better.
This isn't on your sheet. I'm calling it, and I'm
Yeah.
telling you that you're doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that's like so it's just stupid. Like Piper and Paul and Guillaume, they're all right. Like it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop spinning on your heel. Play the correct music.
Play the correct music. Oof. I hope someone's in trouble
I
for
mean,
that.
please.
Yeah.
Please.
Should we
Do
call
it for
it?
Natalie Tashler, please.
Yeah.
She
I would
deserves-
not want her to yell at
I
me.
would not want that woman on my bad
No,
side.
in front of thousands of people.
No.
Would you ever
You know what?
scream
This
at
is what
judges
we'll
though?
end on. Huh?
Yes.
I think I would scream at judges too.
Can
'cause
I
I'd
tell
be
you the
I'm like,
the
you have one
worst
job.
thing I've ever done? Not the worst, but a notable
Ever?
thing. Not ever, and it's not the worst.
Right.
So, but I do want to tell a story. One time at a summer competition, first of all, it's like Olympic season, and I was like doing Orange County Open, and I just skated a short program, like a normal, regular, degular short program against one other person. Okay, I get my scores. And
Degular.
yeah, it's
Like
just
I
like
always say.
Orange County Open. Okay, I get my scores. And they're like, whatever. And I look at my components and they're kind of like all over the place because it's like it's me and one other person, right? So it's like they're not grading on anything. So they're mostly like 8s and 9s. And then I had one judge that judged me, all components in the 3s. All in the 3s. So I waited in the parking lot. And
I'm sorry, with a crowbar?
gun. No. I waited in the parking lot, was like, I can't believe, like, isn't it crazy? These don't even make any sense with anybody. And I was like showing anybody, and I waited until everybody, because I didn't know who it was. But I waited until all the cars were out, and I would show everybody the piece of paper. I'd be like, wait, come here, look at this. I wasn't playing around.
Were they they probably weren't even like a national level judge. It's the lower level judges that are like, this is my time to make a point.
Yeah, this is my time to give a random, like, senior level man 3s. And everyone else is going to give him not 3s.
I mean, this is the other thing is like, you know, the
my God, we can't go down this road.
The components having a skating skills mark. How do you get a 9
stop.
for skating
6 points.
skills and you get a 1 for all your turns?
I need to get out. I need to get out of here.
I'm
need
gonna
to get
hang
out of
up.
here.
Someone tell me.
We can't.
That being said, everybody,
come to our live
thank
show in
you
St. Louis.
for listening. Come to the live show or shows. Who knows?
I'm being
in St. Louis.
silenced.
Good.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the listeners.
Reform Sarah Hughes.
Bye,
okay,
guys.
everybody. We love you, and we'll be back next week.